Thanks, Coach. Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 19-yard line.
Done. 180.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They run with Howard. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the 41, Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Go. 280.
54 Mike. I'm here all day.
Wentz now on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
81. Hey, Alpha.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Aguilar has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26.
Here we go. 180.
Check. Watch 54.
They gonna need some therapy after this.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Wide motion.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way up at the 37. Boston Scott, his first carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Third and long, it's Wilson. He's got Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
Well left.
Here we go. 50.
Forty.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He will find the rookie from Ole Miss. That's DK Metcalf. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now a give right side. Carson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They run it with Carson, and they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Sunday.
Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Second and 12 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go. 49.
3 bucks.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz over the middle. He's got Watkins. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Seahawks have recovered. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
1st down, Seahawks.
Check.
Mike spot 4.
Check.
Kill.
Now it's Carson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They find some open field here. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Check. Move the key.
Check right 54. Right 54.
Rack.
Wide. Get wide.
Hey, 0.
Right 54. Second turn.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there.
Go.
On 2nd down, it's Carson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal.
Check 31.
Watch this.
12. Gun.
They'll try to run this one in, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. And Myers able to knock it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nazir Jones cruises in for the sack.
You can't stop me.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return.
Here we go.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Tighten up, tighten up.
They'll run with Scott. Well, he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. 4th down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle, as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but, hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Switch.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Alert. Back and go full strength.
Check safety. Kill.
One left.
Check 49.
Wilson, after the play fake to Carson, he's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for now. 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. He was looking for Watkins that time.
Well, you were backed up into a 2nd and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. On third down, Wilson. And Jennings has it. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Wilson on target there to Moore. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
Check.
Not pass.
Now Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hey, Mike's 50. Coming to you. Check three.
6 guys, check 6 guys.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Kill.
Check 50. Good tight.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the slant.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6.
Great 15. Hey, orbit.
Now Wentz. Trying to lay one up deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw is Wentz. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them locked on their heels.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. This pass complete, Wentz to Ertz, and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there, first down. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Wentz again, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Mike 51.
Hey, wahoo!
51's to Mike. 51's to Mike.
Again, it's Wentz. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10.
Hey, high 7.
Wentz to throw again. They'll roll him out right. And it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Mike 54. Mike 54.
No gain on this, D.
Preload. Watch twitch.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now it's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. This is Carson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same...
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Gary Jennings, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now Myers for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Ready? Back.
Again, it's Howard. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on first is Wentz. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. This is Howard on 2nd down. Tackle made by Ziggy Ansah.
He was brought down by Ezekiel Ansah. Brings up 3rd down.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. They go with Howard again. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now it's Lockett. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The offense back out there at the line ready for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 20.
So the victory here for Seattle, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the